Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. Tonight for supper, we're going to have something that I don't normally fix, but I need to get it in a crock pot now. We started out in the crock pot, and right before supper, I'll finish it off in the oven. So tonight we're fixing country-style ribs. Okay, so first things first, before I can even get the ribs in the crock pot, I have to create my seasoning. Now, when I finish them off in the oven, I'm going to finish them off with just a generic barbecue sauce. I'll probably use Sweet Baby Ray's, but any barbecue sauce of your choice you can slather on there when you finish them off in the oven. But I'm starting them out in the crock pot to get them good and tender. And these are country style ribs. Let me grab a pack for you. These are not the ribs that come in the rack. These are cut country style. So this is what we're having tonight. So since I'm using a store-bought barbecue sauce, I kind of want to give it my own homemade touch. So we're going to start with a rub to go with them. And so I'm going to make a rub. I do have a store-bought rub, but I'm not going to use it. But if I had used a store-bought rub, I probably would have made my own barbecue sauce. But we're going to do it in reverse. I thought about using this, but I kind of wanted to do my own rub right now. So let's get started. Okay, so in my bowl here, I'm going to start out with brown sugar. And I am doing 2 packs of those ribs. My daughter's not much of a barbecue fan, but I'm assuming they're going to be here for supper. And if they're not, if they tell me she's not, then we may call somebody who doesn't mind being with somebody else. You know, we're under the quarantine, but I've been around a few people outside of my home this past week planning for ministry. So I might call some of them and see if they want to come and have pork barbecue if Caroline does not want it. I have a feeling she'll still come. All right, let's go to the paprika. And I'm going to have to, oh no I don't. Okay, so we are going to do 2 tablespoons of paprika. A nice smoky flavor. It's smoked paprika, so that's what you want. I can't find my liquid smoke, so I'm actually glad that this is smoked paprika. All right, so now we're going to go 2 teaspoons of cayenne, and I may go a little shy of the 2 teaspoons. Let's see, there's 1. I'm going to do 1.5. 1.5 teaspoons of cayenne. Same with the chili powder. I'm going to go with a teaspoon and a half instead of 2. So there's a teaspoon and a half. All right. Let's go to our salt. We're going to switch back to our tablespoon measurement, and we're going to give 2 tablespoons of salt. 1, 2. And I'm going I'm not filling it quite full just because I feel like I'm fixing a lot. And what I don't use, I will, I'll put some in a separate dish and keep some that's clean that my dirty hand isn't going in. And jar it up if I don't use it all. Okay, so now we're on to garlic. We need our teaspoon measurement. Again, we're going in with 2 teaspoons. We're going to do 2 teaspoons. One, and this is garlic powder, not salt. Be sure you're using powder, not salt. All right. I don't even see garlic salt much anymore. All right, onion. We're going to do the same thing, and mine's kind of clumpy. Some moisture must not have got the lid on it good. So I'm having to dig for some good. I don't want clumps. And I'm going to get a clump. No matter what I do, I'm going to get a clump. There's 1, 2. All right. Let's see. And now, oops, we need black pepper. Once I get all my lids on the right things. Let's do 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Because I got that cayenne in there. All right. And that's it, folks. That's it. This is going to be a delicious, sweet, smoky, little bit of spice. Now, if you have a store-bought rub, you could actually add some of that in here. I'm not going to, but you could. I'm going to reach in here. I got some of those onion powder clumps that I'm going to break up. All right. There we go. That is a beautiful looking rub right there. All right. So let me get our ribs out, pour some of this up, and we'll get started. Okay, so before I get my ribs ready, what I've done is I've ripped off a long piece of tinfoil. Let me just show you this trick in case you didn't know. You see on the sides of the boxes, there's this little tab. If you'll just push those in, do you guys know what that's for? If I can get it pushed in. Hang on. You may have to take the roll out. No, you don't want to take the roll out. Leave the roll in. But if I get it where they'll push in, that actually holds. You know, have you pulled your tinfoil out and the whole roll come flying out? Those little tabs there that I just pushed in, they're on either side. If you'll push those in, that's to hold your tinfoil in place. Some of you may not know that. That's why I just wanted to share that. Okay, so before, I have my crock pot here, but before I get my ribs ready, what I want to do is I just want to crunch this long tinfoil up. I'm just making a long kind of rope. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create I'm going to kind of go in a little bit, create a pretzel type crisscross, a rack for the ribs to sit on. Woo! That noise is awful. Anyway, a rack for them to lay on so that they're not right on the bottom. And I'm going to take about a half a cup, no, that's maybe a cup full of water and put down in the bottom. We may add more later on. So we're going to set this aside now. And we're going to bring both of our packs of ribs. And I'm just going to take my rub. I'm just getting them started. More's going on. Don't worry. All right, and then I'm just going to take one out at a time. Get my rub right up here so I'm not trucking it all over my kitchen. If you see, on these type ribs, the bone is up here on one end. And you have some fatty parts, and you have the part of the bone that goes on, but there's so much meat on these. These aren't like your baby back or your slab of ribs. All right, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to finish them up. I'm going to show you putting them in the, I tell you what, let me move this over. Get my crock pot. Holding it with my clean part of my hands. I'm not touching it with my fingers. And I'm just going to lay these in here the best I can. And I'm going to finish this up. And I may have to go get another crock pot to do the rest of them in, but we'll see. I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, so I decided I didn't want to mess up another crock pot, so I just laid them on top of each other. Hopefully that'll be fine. Because I'm going to separate them and cook them in the oven. Finish them off in the oven. And so right now, I'm just going to quarter up a small onion just for flavor. Not because I want pieces of onion, but just to give it some extra flavor. Like there's not already a bunch of flavor in here. All right. I'm going to get this on low and just let it cook all day till we're ready for supper. Okay, so let's talk sides to go with these ribs that we're going to have. These country style ribs. We are going to have baked beans, and we're going to do my, the one that I shared with you is the best baked beans ever. It's got hamburger in it, so we're kind of going to have two meats. But, so we're going to make those. Oh, we're going to have three meats. Because not only does my baked beans have hamburger in it, but it also has kielbasa sausages. Oh, they're so good. Oh my goodness. Anyway, and so there we got sweet baked beans, and we're going to have sweet ribs. So I kind of want a little savory dish. So I'm going to do some stewed potatoes, and I may steam some broccoli. Got to have something healthy, right? So that's probably going to be my supper. And I've got to think about rolls. I've got some barbecue bread. I got to make rolls coming up soon for Easter, so I may save the rolls and make barbecue bread for tonight. I love that barbecue bread. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This kind of bread. Oh, slather some softened butter on it, bake it off in the oven. Oh, honey, it is so good. I think that this will be delicious with our supper tonight, so I'm not going to make rolls. So y'all stay tuned. There's more to come. Okay, guys, we are back and ready to start. Well, we've already started the ribs. They're already cooked. We just got to barbecue them up. So, let me turn you down here. It is thunder in here, so you might hear a clap of thunder. I want to get this in the oven so I can go sit on the porch. I love a thunderstorm. Y'all. That, my friends, is good stuff. Oh, you know what? Before I put it on the sheet, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start by spraying the sheet. And let me tell you, we've already been nibbling on this. I have another container of barbecue sauce, so have no fear. And then I also have another Sweet Baby Ray's. It's a slightly different flavor, but still good. It's the hickory, which, you know, it wouldn't be too terribly different from this. grab a spatula just to smooth that out a little bit. Actually, I'll just use the back of a spoon. We're just gonna... We need a bed of barbecue sauce for these ribs to lay down on. All right. Oh, they're falling apart. So good. But we were nibbling on that one, so that's probably why that one fell apart. Oh, we weren't nibbling on that one. And it fell apart too. These y'all are so good. Oh my goodness. And there's just a little bit more meat on these, I think, than a regular baby back type rib. Just a little bit more. You can get just a little bit more goodness off of them. I don't want to get a lot of this juice. Oh, that one fell. Yeah, we may be scooping some of this off. I may have cooked them too good. Of course, I don't know. This is the way I like them. I like them falling plumb apart. All right, let me figure out a way to get these over here on the tray, and I'll bring you right back. Okay, I've gotten them all out of the bowl, and I'm putting the good old Sweet Baby Ray's on here. Somebody wants to say hello.
Hey guys and gals, look at there. Would you look at there?
Y'all, these things are so good.
Them things are like, as Isaac said when he was a kid, they're delicious.
Bewicious.
Mm-hmm. Sweet Baby Ray's, the go-to barbecue sauce at L&B Farms.
We could make our own, but there's no need because Sweet Baby Ray's can't be hardly beat.
I can't see my
That's good. All right, y'all. I'm just finishing this bottle off. Now you can take a brush. I have one of those silicone brushes, but if you don't have one, you can use, just like I did a while ago, the back of the spoon. Is that, are you looking for the brush? It's that red silicone-y looking one. Nope. Just turn the thing around. Is it not in there? There it is.
Here it is.
So you can use either the back of your spoon to smear it around, or if you have one of these silicone brushes. And I'm going to put this in for bake for a little bit. And then in just a few minutes, he just got burnt. In just a few minutes, I'll turn it.
I didn't think it was funny.
On broil. It's raining. All right. So there we go. Yeah, we're eating high on the hog during this quarantine thing. Literally, this is pork. All right. So I'm going to stick it in on bake for a few minutes. And then I'm going to turn it to broil and just kind of get it good and caramelized. And we'll look at them when they come out. Okay, so our sides tonight are baked beans and stewed potatoes. I was going to do broccoli, but changed my mind. We have nibbled on the baked beans because they are so good. They could be a standalone entree themselves. We've been nibbling on them and the ribs. So I hope we have enough for supper. And I'm not going to show you the evidence. Well, you can't see it. That's good. There's some evidence of who was eating and nibbling. Actually, all three of us were. Me, Bryant, and Isaac. But anyway, it's okay. So yeah, I'm just waiting to get these bad boys out of the oven so we can give them a taste. My house smells like heaven. Okay, so let's get them out and call Bryant in here to give them a taste. It looks so good. I've got my baked beans in there. They're just finishing off the bacon on top. And I believe I'm going to go ahead and stick my bread in. All right, let me plate him up one and call him in here. Okay, guys, here we go. My taste tester's in here.
Look there. Lean it for Mom. Let me take a look at that.
Which way you want me to go, down?
Forward, yeah, look there. That is fabulous right there. The McRib has nothing on that one.
McRib?
Yeah. McRib sandwich. Look how tender.
Oh, they didn't see how tender.
Lean it
Gotta
forward.
hold it up.
Lean it forward. There you go. Look how tender.
It just falls apart.
Falls apart. Right there. Right. So here we go. Sweet Baby Ray's, you cannot go wrong with Sweet Baby Ray's.
And it has my own special rub that we cooked it in originally.
That is restaurant good right there. Okay, want some?
I know it's good when I get restaurant good.
That is, I'm a rib man, and that is really good. Snooze, you lose. Right here you go. I'm just picking. Look at that. No, I mean, just they just fall apart. I mean,
That is so
look,
good.
look how tender, and look at that color, that glazing.
Now, please let that be my bite.
She got a good glaze on there. If you wanted to broil it maybe just a tick longer and get a charred glaze on there, it's really good. But no, this is perfect for the way we like it right here. Barbecue sauce is just a little soft.
So good.
I'm telling you, that is the bomb.com right there.
I'm not even sure I fixed enough.
No.
And y'all saw how many I fixed to begin with.
I mean, these are like finger licking good right here. So,
All right, there you have it. Barbecued country style ribs. Pork country style ribs. And they are so good. Baked beans are in the oven. Stewed potatoes are right here behind me. And the bread's in the oven. We're going to feast tonight. I hope your quarantine is as good as ours.
hey, that's right.
Well, thank y'all for watching The Farm & Pastor's Wife. Please share this video. Tell your friends, family to join and subscribe. Join our family because this is mine and his family. You're part of it.
That's it.
And we love you guys. And we love you coming into our kitchen and just cooking and feasting with us. So y'all have a great day. Thank you for watching The Farm & Pastor's Wife. And remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.